Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am so excited that you found our little corner of the internet. My name is Marissa, and on this channel you can expect or find a lot of bookish content, book hauls, book monthly wrap-ups, things like that. I'm gonna do some vlogs, like some book shopping vlogs, as soon as I get a little bit more comfortable filming out in public. It's very nerve-wracking. But anyways, hello. I'm so glad you guys are here, or welcome back. A couple things before we get into today's video. Welcome to the official setup. So this is what is officially going to be my setup for most of my videos. I'm so excited that I get to film out here tonight. So yeah, it's really exciting. Also, happy 2025. I don't know about you guys, but January has not been so kind to me or my family, but we're making it through. And the best way to cope is to read books. So, as you can tell by this title, today I have a thrifted book haul for you guys. I have like 2 whole stacks over here next to me. These books are somewhat accumulated from the 1st of January until now. So we're going to go through some of them. It's a mixture of a lot of stuff. There's some classics. There's some, I don't know the word. There's some classics in there. There's some nonfiction. There's some, I don't think there's any self-help. No, there's some sci-fi. There's some thrillers. There's some romance, all of that stuff. And yeah, so it's like a huge stack. Hang on, let me show it to you guys. Yeah, that's the huge stack that we're going to be working with today. They were in a bag down here for the longest time, but we are finally going to get into it. So let's go. Are you guys ready for the first stack? Look at this. I am so excited about some of these books. So I'm going to put this back down over here, and we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to try and do a little bit about what each of them is about. But I either bought these based off of, I have heard this author and I really want to read them, to the blurb of what I read on the back sounded really good, or I really liked the cover. So yeah, that's kind of like my buying system. So we're just going to go, no specific order. I'm just going to grab the first one off the stack and let's go. So the first one we got is The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. This is by Rebecca Skloot. This is a nonfiction book. It's basically about this African-American woman in 1951 that got, hang on, let me move the camera back. There you go. That's better. It's about an African-American woman in 1951, and I'm pretty sure she gets like experimented on a lot by the government, and she unfortunately, I think, passes away, and her kids want answers. So I'm really excited to dive into this. I read like 2 sentences off the back and I was like, I really want to read this, because I'm trying to do more nonfiction biographies, memoirs this year, and classics. So you'll see a bunch of those in this haul. All right. And the next one up is called The Diamond Eye by Katie Quinn. Not really sure what this one is about, but the cover, I just love the cover. I mean, it's snowy. She obviously looks beautiful. This little fur hat. And the pages are kind of like, I don't know, perforated. I don't know what you would call them, but like it's not a regular like paperback, because when you open it up, it's like the dust jacket is right here. But let's read a little bit of it. So in 1937, in the snowbound city of Kiev, wily and bookish history student Mila organizes her life around her library job and her young son, but Hitler's invasion of Ukraine and Russia leads her on a different path. Given a rifle and set to join the fight, Mila must transform herself from studious girl to deadly sniper. Enough said. I recently read The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna in December of last year, and that really kickstarted my love for historical fiction and all books centered around World War II. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this one. You're probably going to see this in a wrap up shortly. All right. So, the next one is If the Tide Turns by Rachel Eckert. Rue Eckert. I think that's how you say her last name. This is set in 1715, and it's about a girl and pirates. Sold. Done. I'm done. That's all you need. History, pirates, and a girl. And she's also like the daughter of a wealthy dude, and she like runs away or something. But yeah. And it's also really pretty. I love this like type of font. All right. The next one is Just Haven't Met You Yet by Sophie Cousins. This is really cute. I have seen this circulating on a lot of booktube people that I watch. So I really love the cover as like they're going two different directions, but they both have suitcases. I'm really excited to read this. I hope it's a nice, clean romance, but I'll let you know once I read it and wrap it up. All right, so the next one is, this one is a thriller that I was so excited that I found at a Goodwill. I went to Georgia this past week, not for a good circumstance, but I had a couple days to clear my head of what I was there for. And so me and my husband ended up thrifting, and I'm so excited about this book. I'm probably going to read it next month, but A Murder in Hollywood, The Untold Story of Tinseltown's Most Shocking Crime by Casey Sherman. Now, I did read the back of this. I'm not sure if this is a nonfiction or it is fiction based. So because I could, and that really intrigued me because I could not tell the difference. So we're going to go ahead and read it and find out. It sounds to me like it is nonfiction, but we're going to find out together, right? Yes. So we'll know. And if anybody's read this book and in the comments, if you know if it's a nonfiction, let me know. No spoilers, but just let me know. Okay. So the next one is going to be Someone Else's Shoes by Jojo Moyes. I read Me Before You by her, and it was so gut-wrenchingly beautiful that I don't know why I have not picked up any of her books. I don't know why I have not picked up the rest of the books in that like timeline of Me Before You, but this one was here. It was a really good condition, and it was only for $2.92. Like, come on, a hardback for $3. I'm sold. So I'm really excited about this one. This is about two women, and I think they meet and they like swap lives or something like that. So we're gonna find out. It's really, I love the cover. Look at the little skyline and the clouds. They look like Toy Story clouds. So cute. I'm gonna have to start putting them on the floor because I'm running out of room. All right, next up is Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. I have Ready Player 1 on my bookshelf or on my TBR to read for this year. I have it in paperback. I was not going to get this because it was in hardback, but I was like, it's here. It was a little pricey for being at a Goodwill, but I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it because we're here. When am I ever going to find it again? And you know me, I'm not a hardback girly. Oh, sorry. I just put my hand over the microphone. I'm not a hardback girl. I am a paperback girl. As you can see, my hardbacks are very well and few between. But it was there, and I'm really excited. Ready Player 1 is on my TBR to read. I think I have a prompt for it. That the reason why it's on my TBR, but I'm not sure. Okay. Like I said, guys, I'm going to get some water. There are a lot of books. I told you there are a lot of books. All right. So the next one is called The Valley of Amazement by Amy Tan. I instantly fell in love with this cover. One, because of this beautiful Japanese dress the lady on the cover is wearing. And two, because I, for some reason, have been gravitating towards books that are based in Chinese or Japanese culture, specifically back in like the 1800s. I just read, let me see if I can grab it here. I just read The Phone Box at the Edge of the World earlier this month, and this was literally one of the most beautiful books I read. The illustrations in it and the story were amazing. So if you have not read this, I would recommend this too. Little recommendation in the middle of a haul. But yes, I'm really excited about this. Again, it has these like perforated edges, and it was literally not even $3. It was $2.92 as well. And this is set in Shanghai in 1912, and it's about a privileged daughter of an American madam. And the Chinese dynasty, the Qing dynasty is like overrun, and she has to basically figure out what to do with that. And yeah, guys, these still have the stickers on them. I'm so sorry. I didn't even have time to take them off. All right. So these next ones are some of the ones that I was really, really excited about. I found them at my local thrift store, and some of them I have seen circulating either Instagram or YouTube or Book Talk, and I am so excited that I found some of them. So the first one up is The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. I've never read any of her books, but the amount of times I've seen her books on my For You page is ridiculous. So we found this one, and I really love this cover. Have absolutely no idea what it's about. Just picked her up. She's coming home with me. Let's go. The next one is by one of my favorite authors on my mom. When my mom really turned me onto her as well, with the Stephanie Plum series. It is The Recovery Agent by Jana Ivanovic. This is, I think, one of her newest series that's out, like the new series she's writing that's not Stephanie Plum. But this cover is gorgeous. It's giving jungle. It's giving Tomb Raider. Like, look at that. Tell me that doesn't look like Tomb Raider. It does. So, and it has a really pretty like ribbon bookmark in it. Yeah, I think someone just like placed a ribbon in here and used it as a bookmark. Oh, but that's really pretty. So I'm probably going to keep that. So, but yeah, there she is. All right. The next one I got solely just on the cover because it's simplistic and it's pretty. And that is called Honor by Thrifted Yamarog. I'm butchering that name. I'm so sorry. And it was one of Reese's book clubs. I love Reese Witherspoon, and she actually curates some really good books. And this one is about two couples, and I think one of them is Indian and another one is American, and a reporter that like returns to cover their story or something. If you've read this, down in the comments, let me know. Again, no spoilers here. Let me know if you liked it or not. All right. I almost said the last one, but it's not the last one. I have a whole nother stack. This one is All the Dangerous Things by Stacy Willingham. My sister read A Flicker in the Dark on one of our vacations, and she absolutely loved it. Not really sure why I have not read that yet, but I saw this one and instantly picked it up and I was like, let's go. The cover is giving very New Orleans, very Bayou. Literally praise for a flicker in the dark on the back on here. Guys, I'm so oblivious sometimes. Anyways, really excited to get into this. I know this is a thriller. Let's read a little bit of it. 1 year ago, Isabel Drake's life changed forever. Her toddler son, Mason, was taken out of his crib in the middle of the night while she and her husband were asleep in the next room. With little evidence and few leads for the police to chase, the case quickly went cold. However, Isabel cannot rest until Mason is returned to her, literally, except for the occasional catnap or small blackout where she loses track of time. She hasn't slept in a year. If that makes you not want to read, if that doesn't make you want to read this book, you're broken. I don't know what does. I'm just kidding. Anyways, you'll probably see this in a monthly wrap up as well. So, all right. Ooh, on to stack number 2. I think most of the ones on top of the stacks are classic or memoirs that I want to read. Because I really want to read more memoirs this year. And you'll know why when I do my January wrap up. Because actually, in December, I read a memoir from an actress that I really like. She starred in One Tree Hill. Dinner for Vampires. Go read it by Bethany Joy Lenz. And then I can't tell you what my January one was because it was so good. And it was a library read, but unfortunately I already returned it to the library. But that doesn't mean I can't review it because I did read it. Anyways, all right, let's get into this. So this first one is going to be Precious by Sapphire. I am so intrigued by this book. I'm so intrigued by this story. I know it's a movie. I know the movie's been out forever. This book has been out for a really long time too. And the movie stars Mariah Carey. This is the movie cover, but Precious is an actual person, Precious Jones. I'm really excited to read this. It looks like it's going to be a very short read, but excuse me. I had some soup, guys. I'm so sorry. But I'm just really, really intrigued by this story. She's an illiterate 16-year-old and she ends up getting pregnant and by her father. And I'm not going to say how that ends up happening, but some trigger warnings for this book. It does deal... No. Anyways, we'll do that in a wrap up when we do it. But yeah, really excited to read this. Sorry, my brain went off on a tangent. All right, the next one up is The Color Purple by Alice Walker. Guys, look at this cover. I really love this style where I know it's freaky for some people because they're just like faces with lips, but I really love this cover. I love this art style. It's very simplistic for me. I never read this in high school. I've seen the movie countless times. The one with Whoopi Goldberg in it is chef's kiss, top notch, and I'm really excited to read this. As I said, I want to read more classics this year, so this is definitely on the list. All right, so okay, yeah. Sorry. This one is called Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Nog. This was also a Netflix show with Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington. Yes, Kerry Washington from Scandal. Yes, I'm so excited about this too. Never watched the show because I wanted to wait till I read the book. Not really sure why it's taking me this long to actually read it, but I picked it up. It was there. And I was like, you're coming with me. Okay, so this book I already have, but it is in one of the original covers. And I tried to read it, but I think I compared it too much to the show when I tried to read it. So I stopped watching the show and kind of put it out of my head for a little bit so I can re-enter it into my cerebellum, and hopefully we'll enjoy it, because a lot of people really enjoy it. A lot of people that read, this is like the fandom that they base their reading off of. But anyways, that is The Immortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. This is the first one in the series, City of Bones. I have the first three. I have them in the black and white covers that look like they were sketched, because I really love those. But this was literally $1.99, and it was there. And I was like, I can always read this copy and then keep the copy that I really, really like on my bookshelf for display. But anyways, if you have read this, again, let me know in the comments, because my brain, when I read like the first 5 chapters of this, really connected it to the Freeform show. I really didn't like the Freeform show, but I'm very excited to read this, because I never did read them in high school, because I fell in love with Twilight, as we've discussed. But yeah, I really want to read this, and let me know if you've read it. All right, guys, we're going to rapid fire go through the next one, because it literally is coming up on 20 minutes for this video, and I don't think you want to listen to me yap that long. So anyways, here we go. The next one up is The Help by Catherine Stockett. This is also a movie. The movie was hilarious, and I'm really excited to read this book. Again, don't know why it's taking me so long, but it was there and I picked it up. The next one is by one of my favorite authors. I own almost all of his books, and that is The Strangers in the Lifeboat by Mitch Albom. His books, if you have not read them, please do yourself a favor and start off with the book called Tuesdays with Morrie. His books are so great. Their messages are really good. They're pure and they're wholesome, and sometimes his books is what your soul needs. Like, the message in them is what your soul needs. So anyways, check him out. Next one is going to be Sense and Sensibility by Miss Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite classics. I have not found anything to top that. Yes, I know I'm basic. I don't care. Mr. Darcy can walk through a moor to me any day of the week. Man is gorgeous. Anyways. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I'm probably going to read this one pretty soon, because I'm very excited to read it. All right. The next one is The Women in the Castle by Jessica Shattuck, I believe it is. This is also set in 1994, after the Nazis' Germany defeat. It's about a lady who returns to her home and try and rebuild it after the war, and she basically lives in a castle. And the cover is really like whimsy and beautiful. Yeah, so why not? Next one up is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Yeah. So I have to say, I really love this edition. Guys, I'm so sorry. I had hot soup. But anyways, I'm really excited to read this one as well. Let's see. Oh, this one, I literally was about to walk out of the store, and then I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, I have to have it. So it's called, oh wait, hang on. The Invention of Wings by Sue Monk Kidd. Oh, I just knocked down books. Might turn my chair. This is brain fart. This is a historical fiction as well. The cover is really pretty. It kind of gives me Where the Crawdads Sing vibes. The cover does, which Where the Crawdads Sing. We're gonna have to do a video of some of my all-time favorite books, because that is definitely on the list. All right. Next is Spring Moon by Betty Bayo Lord. This is Again, I think it's set in China, Japan, either one. What is a Chinese Gone with the Wind. I saw this on the cover. Can you see that? A Chinese Gone with the Wind. And I was like, sign me up. Let's go. We're reading it. It's coming home with me. It's going on my stack. I love Gone with the Wind. If you don't know, that was one of my grandma's favorite movies. And she made me watch it a lot when I was a kid. All right. We're down to the last 5, guys. I promise. The next one is Every Breath by Nicholas Sparks. I love Nicholas Sparks. I have one of his new books, Counting Miracles, right here. I'm really excited to read it. I found this in a little independent bookstore in Michigan, and it's a signed copy. Actually, my mom found it. Shout out to Mom, because I know she's watching. Hi. I'm so excited to read this one. This next one is a memoir, and I'm really hoping that it's not like the Netflix show. Not because I have anything against the Netflix show. I just think they saturated it too much with a certain type of subject. And I really hope it's not a lot of that in the book, but it's Orange is the New Black by Piper Kierman. If you watch this on Netflix, you know it's about a woman that goes to prison, and in a woman's only prison, and a lot of craziness ensues. I don't know how much of the Netflix show was the actual truth and how much was exaggerated. That's why we're reading it, because I really liked the actress that plays Piper in the Netflix show. Which I know she's not the actual real person in real life, but I'm just really excited to read this. All right, the next one, my sister has recommended this book to me so many times. She tells me I need to read it, and she has a copy of it, but I just decided to pick one up of my own. And it is called The Snow Child by Ewan Ivey. This is set in 1920 in Alaska, and the cover is really pretty. My sister loves this book. She raves about it all the time. So I was there and decided to pick it up. Which that is just basically a lot of the book. They were there and I just got them. This one is random, but it's called The Last Mona Lisa. And it's basically past and present, theft, mystery, and murder. Theft, mystery, and murder, all combined in one. Which that made my brain dizzy with excitement. So I was like, for $2.99, let's go. Plus, it's about the Mona Lisa. I don't know if the Mona Lisa actually gets stolen or what happens, but I'll let you know because we're going to read it. All right, guys, the last one. We have made it, and she is very, very, very pretty. The last one is Peach Blossom Spring by Melissa Fu. Look at this cover. Can you see that? Look, cherry blossoms. Gorgeous. This was a book of the month book that was donated. Let's read a little bit. A moving debut novel about war, migration, and the power of telling our stories that follows 3 generations of a Chinese family on their search for a place to call home. And I just thought that was really beautiful. And the cover was really beautiful. So, what did I say? She's coming home with me. Anyways, guys, I think I've either had too much sugar or I'm just insanely tired. But that is my thrifted book haul. I am so excited that you guys stuck around and watched this whole video if you've made it to the end. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for, opening and accepting me into the BookTube community. I have a lot of exciting videos planned for the next couple of videos. I am going to be doing some monthly wrap-ups for January and my February hopefuls, which I'm very, very excited about. You can actually see, I think one of them is over here or in this stack down here. that you can't really see. But anyways, this is the official setup. Tell me what you guys think. This is where we will be talking about books, reviewing books, recommending books, doing our hauls, our everything like that. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for sticking around for this video. I know it was a long one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.